Hello and welcome to more I Mindlessly Consume Things. And, if you thought that the last episode I did on DVD pickups was like outrageously big and had a lot of stuff in it, well, this is probably going to be the record for most things I've had so far. I mean, I don't think this would beat that video. I doubt that the last one. No, sorry. I don't think the last episode will beat this one. I know how to talk, evidently. But I have in total, let me count it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 things. Obviously, a couple of them are going to be box. In fact, most of it is box sets. But if you saw yesterday's DVD pickups, you will completely understand why. Let's get started with the first item. And so I obviously picked up Monty Python's Flying Circus recently. It's one of my favorite comedies. Well, I picked up another one that I really do enjoy. We got Blackadder, and now I was discussing this in the Blu-rays episode. That if you buy a Blu-ray, you get that little top sticker there. But when you buy DVDs, you don't get that. But for £6, I couldn't help myself. They did have a more expensive one that was like a book, but I went for this one instead. But yeah, Blackadder. Nothing real on the back. Let's get that sticker off. So it's been, the stickers are removed, but like I've been doing with the box sets, and this is probably why this won't be one of the more longer videos I've done on these pickups. We're going to pull out from there and show you the inside, because that's what I do with these. And taking out of that will lead to this. And now this is just kind of self-explanatory. Give that over. And it folds out like so. To be fair, it's my first time opening this up, so maybe I am wrong. But the other discs are in there. 1 second. So we had that disc, then there's this disc, and then it comes here, and then goes... This is it's an interesting case to say the least, and it goes back in like... No, it's the other way. It goes back in like that. Do you know what? Fair enough. Let's move on to the next thing. And next up we got, and as you guys know I'm a Star Wars fan, we got Family Guy Blue Harvest. Now, an argument that I've been getting in the comments is, why wouldn't you just use streaming services? I find this more fun. And I like to own what I've got. But yeah, Blue Harvest for $150, I'm honestly not... I went in there for not the biggest budget in the world, and I come out of quite a bit. And you guys are only seeing the DVD side of it. You can check out the videos of the PS2 and the Blu-ray. But this is the Family Guy parody of A New Hope. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's get this sticker off. And we won't spend ages having opened this one either. Yay! So yes, now that that's sorted, let's move on to the next one. We're starting to get into box set territory. So speaking of Family Guy, I've picked up this, and it kind of ties into what I'm doing with The Simpsons, which you're going to see very soon. It is Family Guy's first season box set. Now, it's only 2 discs in this one season, disc 1 and disc 2, and that's pretty cool. I'm quite happy with this. Ironically enough, I was looking at getting this on eBay, but when we went into CEX, they just happened to have it, which is, hence the stickers is where all this came from. But yeah, I'm not going to bother taking these out because it doesn't open any cool way. It's these kind of thinner DVD cases that exist, so let's get the sticker off. That's better, and like I was talking about with The Simpsons, I do actually plan to go out and get the other seasons. Like, it's kind of those curious things. Like, I was talking about this, how with The Simpsons, you can only go so far, then become harder to find. I wonder where the limit is with Family Guy. Let's move on. So, next up is a continuation of what we started with last night, which is again something like the Family Guy with The Simpsons I wanted to start collecting all of. And while I was there, they did actually have Futurama Season 1, and those are quite bulky box sets, but it was ruined in I didn't want to pay the money for one that looked that bad. But we got The Simpsons Season 2. I know, apart from the fact that they did character head boxes, which were not popular, these are a fun way to have, collect things. And of course, they all have different gimmicks, which you can slide out. So we'll take the sticker off, then we'll do the gimmick. And for £5, it's cheaper than what they were on eBay, so I'm quite happy with this. So here we are, the sticker's removed, which means you can do this. And this, and by the way, I just noticed Maggie's handprints are on the TV. And this leads to a very, very strange scene. But, same kind of deal with the discs. It's the 4-disc setup, and you can spin the disc to be on the right character head, which I find quite funny. But it's going to be wrong regardless of what one you got. Got like Selma, Homer, Apu, Mr. Burns. It's quite funny. My one complaint: where is Hans Moleman? But yeah, well worth getting, and I do plan to buy the other ones. I'm currently they had more seasons there, but they had like season 18, 19, stuff like that. I didn't have any of the ones that come after this, and if I start watching these as I'm collecting them, I don't want to have seasons 1, 2, and then like 24, 18, or 19, you know what I mean? I want to get the other ones. So I'm currently on eBay looking for those right now. Moving on, continuing this theme. Yes, continuing it. We have next in the line, we have Season 3. Which, you know, of course, they had this there as well. I had to go get it. It was not the same CEX I got the first season from, in case anyone's wondering. But, you know, same deal. Let's remove the sticker. So, the first one, we got, you know, Snowball and Santa's Little Helper. Again, The Simpsons, the first release of these on DVD, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure these are the first releases, are pretty cool. And, like, the uniformity collector kind of thing you can do with them. Apart from the fact that a couple seasons came as characters' heads, which you can get alternative versions of, so it's not a problem. Let's open it up and see what this one's like inside. Probably going to be mostly the same, obviously. Do you know what? I stand corrected. Look, this one you can... Alright, this one's really different. You can actually look right through the thing. That's more different from what I was expecting. And I suppose you could have it flipped either way. Oh, wait, that was just flipped the wrong way, right, by the employees. Alright, okay, cool. So, yeah, the gimmick being either you flip it either way within the case, you'll see it. Right, let's open it up. But yeah, similar idea. No flipping the heads on this one. But I do like how certain parts of the characters are like shiny. That does look nice. Let's close this one up and get on to the final thing in today's video. So sadly, the final thing within this is not The Simpsons complete season 4. I bet people were expecting it. I thought, look, I expected it, but like I said, I couldn't find any. Again, eBay, I'm going to be looking on there for that, because now that I've started it, I want to keep going with it. But I said we do have a movie. So we're done the box sets. And this is a movie that I bought because a friend of mine's never seen it. I think we should watch it. It's a really good movie. And funny enough, last night we had another movie from this director. It is Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey. So it's a pretty cool movie, you know, for, you know, I think it's what, the late 1968 this movie came out? Say there. Bang on the ball as I'm focusing in 1968. Alright, I know my movie stuff. But yeah, with that, and that, and this, that, and this, and that. This is like the biggest pickups episode we have done thus far. And trust me, this will somehow get beaten by something worse. Like, it was like the perfect storm. The CEX I've been going to that have been near my work had one or two things I wanted. This had a lot of things, and if I felt like spending more money, I'd have picked up more stuff. But thank you very much for watching.